The first item that I bought was a brand new bullet journal from Amazon, and it was $7.19. The exterior of this notebook is a really soft leather. The first few pages of this journal is an index. I think this is a really nice feature, especially if you have to flip around back and forth, and it's easy to know the pages right there in the front. This is really convenient and you can get to whatever you want very quickly. Now the pages in this bullet journal are very sturdy, and I don't think that anything will bleed since the pages are so thick. Another nice feature about this is that the bottom pages are numbered. It also has 2 bookmark ribbons, which I think is really nice. And then in the back there's an envelope holder that you can put some loose items like photos or something in. It also has an elastic to close it. The next bullet journal I got is the Celestial Dot Matrix notebook, and it was $11.69 on Amazon. Now I already own this journal, so this is my repurchase. I bought the first one from Barnes & Noble for $12.99. I already know that these pages are very durable and thick, and there's no bleeding. No matter how much I color in with markers, it does not bleed, and I find this really nice. I just wish that it had numbers at the bottom. Now this also has an envelope at the end to put loose items in. The next item that I got were these Erasable Highlighters. And I got them at Walgreens for $3 for a 3-pack. It comes with purple, a greenish blue, and a yellow. I thought these were really cool because they erase with friction, and there's a little thing at the end of it which you just use to erase. I think this is really nice if you're using it in a rented textbook, because you can just erase it at the end and it's not going to do any permanent damage. Here I'm just swatching them and also seeing how well they erase. I really love these colors because they're pastel and they're not bright. The yellow is a little bright, but I think it's okay. They erase very nicely and very cleanly. So I do recommend this product. This can also be found on Amazon, but it only has a 5-pack, I believe, and it's around $8 or $9 if I remember correctly. But overall, I highly recommend this product. The next things I got were the Pilot Friction Erasable Gel Pens, and the 2-pack was $3 at Walgreens. I've used erasable pens in the past, I think by Papermate in middle school, and I just didn't like the way they erased or how they felt, but these are really nice gel pens. They write super smooth and I just love them. It feels like a totally normal gel pen, but the fact that it erases is very nice because I write in pen now a lot, and usually I have to scratch out my mistakes, but I like the fact that I can just erase now. I remember in middle school, whenever I would make a mistake on a page, sometimes I would just rip out the page and start all over again. But having an erasable pen like this would have been so nice. It erases really cleanly, which I love. The ink is super smooth and glides on the page. I wrote a little hard on the page, but it's okay. You don't really have to write this hard. Then my friend got me this Faber Castell grip fountain pen for my birthday in this turquoise color. And it is such a nice fountain pen. The ink is so smooth, and starting it up wasn't hard at all. It also comes with 6 extra ink cartridges. It has a nice grip to it, which makes it super easy to hold. The only downside to this is that the turquoise color isn't really turquoise, it's more of a normal ballpoint blue color. I don't really know how to write in calligraphy, so I just wrote in cursive. This is another fountain pen, but I got it at Daiso for $1.90, and I just wanted to compare it to the $20 one. Now I have to say, this pen took a really long time to try and start it to get going, whereas the other pen, it was almost instantaneous. It took me around 10 minutes just to try and get it to start. But once it did, it wrote fine. It's just not as smooth as the $20 one, but it does work. And I think for $1.90, it's a good starter. The other thing that I got was the Zebra 15 count mild liners, and I got them from Amazon for $17. I've seen this in a lot of bullet journal YouTube videos, so I decided to try them out for myself, especially since they were pastel in colors and not very bright. This pack actually turns into a little easel. I absolutely love these mild liners. The colors are so pretty, and having the double-sidedness makes it really easy to switch between writing and highlighting. Here I'm just swatching all the colors from the pack. love the variety of colors that these mild liners come in, and I think getting the 15 pack costs less than buying the packs individually. At the International Book Center, I think each one is 60 cents. And then I saw these at Michael's for $2 each. So if I were to buy each color individually at Michael's, it would cost $30. Buying these mild liners on Amazon makes them a little less than $1 a piece. The next things I got were these highlighters from Daiso, and they were $1.90 per 5-pack. I got these because they looked a little bit like the mild liners, but they're significantly cheaper. And I just wanted to compare the quality as well as the colors to the mild liners. I got the bright pack and the pastel pack. Now these aren't double-sided, but you can use the thinner part of the chisel tip to make a smaller line or a thinner line. As you can see, the colors are a little similar. I just wanted to compare them on paper, so I'm going to do swatches of each one and seeing how closely they compare to one another. If I compare the left side of the page to the right side of the page, these colors are almost an exact match. They look very similar. I was shocked to see how similar these colors were at completely opposite price points. Each of these highlighters were a little over 33 or 34 cents a piece, compared to a little less than $1. Now I'm actually going to be comparing them right next to each other just to see how close the colors are. And really, they are very similar. I actually chose the wrong shade here, but then I found the one that actually matched the closest to the shade. Every color from the Daiso pack had a mild liner match. Personally, I like the mild liners more just because it has a thin felt tip at the top and the chisel tip at the bottom. I wanted to compare the highlighters in terms of smearing, and honestly they kind of look the same. They smear a little bit when I use these fine point pens, but I think if I allowed it to dry a little bit longer, then it wouldn't have smeared. The last thing I got were these mapped graph Peps fine point pens from Amazon, and they were $10.99, and I think it came in a pack of 20? Yes, it was a pack of 20. Here are the swatches, and I absolutely love them. I first got these when I was in Asia, and I think I got them for 40 or 50 cents a piece, and I just loved them. And then I went on Amazon and I saw that they had a 20 pack, and so I decided to buy them since I knew that I wouldn't be going to Asia for a long time, and I'm probably gonna run out of the ink of the ones that I bought on my last trip. So I just wanted to replenish my collection.